Yes, you're out of order.
Chaos in Idaho after racism allegations gained national attention during the March Madness tournament.
Racism is real, and it happens, and it's awful.
It's not the first time we've had something like this happen.
We do have breaking news at this hour. The University of Utah women's basketball team is alleging racist hate crimes during their visit to Coeur d'Alene this past week. The basketball team was playing in Spokane for the women's March Madness tournament at Gonzaga University. And according to Utah staff, the hate crimes occurred on their first day in Idaho. They then moved hotels 24 hours later. Hi, everyone. So good to see you. Welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti.
You know, we had several instances of some kind of racial hate crimes towards our program.
Certainly, it is not the attention any city or region wants during March Madness. The national spotlight shifting from basketball to racist actions. We begin coverage in Coeur d'Alene, where KREM 2's Channing Curtis was just inside a media conference. Channing, things got fairly intense at one point, but the reality is that the investigation is ongoing. We don't know a lot, but you can tell us what has been confirmed.
Absolutely, Laura, you're exactly right. We don't have a lot of information, but here is what we know right now. What we learned from this press conference was that around 6 p.m. on Thursday, Coeur d'Alene police got a call from one of the Utah women's basketball team major donors. That donor then told police what happened from these team members. And apparently, allegedly, what happened then was team members said that around this time, they were walking to Crafted, which is a restaurant just up the street here from the Coeur d'Alene Resort, when they heard a person driving a truck by who revved their engine and sped past them. At that time, right after then, the trucks then drove back, turned around and started yelling racial slurs at the team. Now, of course, this is something that definitely shook up the team. The donor then told police that was something that they were definitely wanting to press charges on. They just needed to gather more information. That's exactly what police are working to do right now. This investigation is ongoing. And here's actually what the chief of police of Coeur d'Alene had to say during that press conference.
Our police department was contacted at approximately 10 p.m. on the 21st about an incident that had occurred approximately 4 hours earlier. It is reported that a vehicle drove by and several racial slurs were yelled by the occupants of the vehicles. At the time of the report, we were unable to speak to any of the potential victims of the incident, nor were we able to locate individuals who yelled the racial slurs. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department has an open case in this matter, and detectives are attempting to speak with any victims of this incident, but so far we don't know exactly who that may be. It was initially reported that there was approximately 100 people who were in the vicinity of the incident when it occurred.
So again, police are saying that they are still waiting to hear from all of those victims involved regarding what happened. Now, they are also working with the FBI on any potential charges that could come from this incident. In the meantime, during that same press conference, the mayor spoke. We also spoke to officials here at the Coeur d'Alene Resort, as well as the Kootenai County Task Force on Human Relations, who issued their own statement and also had this to say during the press conference as well.
The players were so traumatized by this encounter that they had, and they got back to the hotel. They told the coaches and staff. And on Friday, some of them left for Spokane. The others left on Saturday when hotel rooms were available in that city.
Now, again, we also learned during this time that in addition to Utah moving to another hotel, UC Irvine's team was also notified of the situation and made the decision to also relocate from the Coeur d'Alene Resort and move to a hotel in Spokane as well. Now, this, of course, is a developing situation. We are working incredibly hard to gather the very latest information for you all. We'll continue bringing that to you here on the KREM 2 News at noon, as well as our website, krem.com. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, I'm Channing Curtis, KREM 2 News.
Now, last night after the game, the Utah head coach spoke out for the first time about this harassment. Here's what she had to say.
No one knew how to handle it, you know, and it was really upsetting. And for our players and staff to not feel safe in an NCAA tournament environment, it's messed up. But yeah, that's what happened, and it was a distraction and upsetting, and unfortunate.
Gonzaga also releasing a statement about the incident, making this statement late last night. It read in part, quote, "Hate speech in any form is repugnant, shameful, and must never be tolerated." It went on to say, quote, "We are frustrated and deeply saddened to know that what should be always an amazing visitor and championship experience was in any way compromised by this situation." The NCAA also releasing a statement on this situation to KREM 2, saying in part, quote, "When the NCAA was made aware of the incident, we worked closely with Gonzaga to immediately provide additional increased security for the team while we figured out next steps." It goes on to say the entire Gonzaga administration was deeply disturbed by this event and were tremendous partners in helping to identify solutions so participating teams could feel safe. They also went on to say the women were placed in Coeur d'Alene originally because of low availability of rooms in Spokane, because so much was going on, including the men's tournament and other events that were in town. Once the men's team started leaving, they were able then to move women into the hotels in Spokane. And then less than 2 hours ago, Idaho Governor Brad Little released a statement as well, saying in part, quote, "We fully reject racism in all of its forms. We condemn bullies who seek to harass and silence others."